Assalamu alaikum friends. My name is E-commerceWala and today I am here. Today I want to talk about e-commerce versus traditional business. So today I am doing a session on this topic. So let's start with sharing screen of our AI session. So here is AI and here we have Maya and Mile. Today I am going to Mile.
Hey, what's good?
Mile, I am great. Mile, today I am here with an interesting topic. So with an interesting topic. So today I want to talk about e-commerce versus traditional businesses. So today I have almost 50 questions, around about 50. So I am starting with my first question. And my first question is, what is e-commerce?
50 questions? You're really coming through with the full syllabus today. I love it. Keeping it simple, e commerce is basically just buying and selling goods or services using the internet. Instead of walking into a physical store, you're doing the whole transaction through a screen. That's the baseline. What's next on the list?
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, what is traditional businesses?
Traditional business is the old school way of doing things. It's the brick and mortar setup where you've got a physical location, a storefront, and people actually walking through the door to buy stuff face to face. Very tactile. You know what I'm saying? What's question number three?
My third question is, what is the main difference between them?
The biggest divide is the where and the how. With traditional business, you're tied to a physical spot and your customers have to actually travel to you. E commerce breaks that wall. You can sell to someone halfway across the world while you're sitting in your pajamas. Plus, one has a closing time and the other is open 24/7. What's next?
Why is e-commerce becoming popular?
It's all about the convenience factor. People love that they can find exactly what they want in seconds without fighting traffic or dealing with crowds. Then you've got the variety. You're not limited to what the local shop has in stock. You've got the whole world's inventory at your fingertips. Plus, price comparison is a breeze online. You can find the best deal in 2 clicks. What's next on the list?
On my list, my next question is, why do people still visit physical stores?
There's something about the experience that a screen just can't touch. People still want that immediate gratification. You buy it, you have it right now. No waiting for a delivery truck. Plus, there's the tactile side of things. You get to actually feel the fabric of a shirt or smell a candle before you commit. Then you've got the social aspect. Sometimes you just want the human interaction of a shop owner who knows your name. What's number six?
Thank you so much for your answer. So my sixth question is, what are the advantages of e-commerce?
Hmm. For the business owner, it's a total game changer because the overhead is way lower, no expensive rent for a prime street corner, just a website and a way to ship stuff. Then you've got the reach. You're not just selling to the people in your neighborhood, you're open to the entire globe. Plus, the data you get is gold. You know exactly what people are clicking on and where they're dropping off, which makes it way easier to tweak your strategy on the fly. What's next?
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So on my list, my next question is, what are the disadvantages of e-commerce?
The biggest headache is definitely the trust gap. People can't touch or try the product, so you're relying entirely on photos and reviews, which can be hit or miss. Then you've got the logistics nightmare, shipping delays, lost packages, and the constant battle with returns. Plus, you're competing with the entire internet, not just the guy across the street, so standing out is a lot harder. What's number eight?
Okay, on my list, my eighth question is,
The suspense is killing me. What's the final one?
what are the advantages of traditional businesses?
The biggest win for traditional business is that instant trust. When a customer can walk in, look you in the eye, and see the product right there, the skepticism vanishes. There's no guessing if the item will actually look like the photo. Then you've got that immediate ownership, no waiting for a package to arrive in 3 days. Plus, the personal touch of a real conversation can turn a one time buyer into a loyal regular in a way that an algorithm just can't. That's the end of the list, or did you find a secret ninth question?
I have my ninth question, and my ninth question is, what are the disadvantages of traditional businesses?
I think you meant the disadvantages of traditional business, right? If we're talking about the brick and mortar side, the biggest hit is the cost. Like you're paying rent, utilities, and staff just to keep the lights on, whether people walk through the door or not. Then you've got the location trap. If your street gets quiet or the parking's a nightmare, you're stuck, and obviously you're limited by your hours. And if someone wants to buy something at 3 a.m., they're out of luck. Does that cover it, or were you actually thinking about diversification in a different way?
Covered, covered. Thank you so much for your answer. So my next question
Just
is,
hanging
which
out.
businesses model cost less to start?
I think you're asking which one costs less to start, right? Generally, e-commerce takes the win there. You can launch a store from your laptop without signing a 5-year lease or buying a bunch of shelving. Traditional business usually requires a lot more cash up front just to get the doors open.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Your answer was really great. So my next question is, how does e-commerce reach global customers?
It basically removes the map from the equation. Since your storefront is a website, anyone with an internet connection can land on your page. You aren't limited by who can drive to your shop. You just need a way to ship the product or a digital file to send. It turns a local business into a global one overnight. What's next on the list?
My next question is, how do physical stores attract customers?
It's all about the physical presence and the vibe. A great storefront window or a sign in a high traffic area does the heavy lifting. It's like a giant real world ad. Then you've got the local word of mouth. If the neighborhood loves the place, people just drift in. Some stores even use events or just the smell of fresh coffee or baked goods to pull people off the sidewalk. What's number 12?
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So my 12th question is, why is customer service important?
It's the glue that holds the whole thing together. Whether you're online or in a shop, if the service is trash, people aren't coming back. It's how you build that trust we were talking about. A good experience makes a customer feel like a person rather than just another transaction, which is the only way to actually build loyalty. What's the next one?
On my list, my next question is, how does online shopping save time?
It's basically the ultimate shortcut. You skip the commute, the parking struggle, and the wandering through aisles trying to find one specific thing. You just search, click, and you're done. It turns a 2 hour errand into a 2 minute task. What's number 14?
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So my next question is, why do some customers prefer shopping in stores?
It usually comes down to the people who hate the guessing game. Some just can't stand waiting for a package or worrying if the size is going to be totally off. They want to see the real thing, touch it, and walk out the door with it in their hand right then and there. Plus, for some, it's actually an outing, a way to get out of the house and move around. What's the next one on the list?
On my list, my next question is, what is digital marketing?
Digital marketing is basically any kind of promotion that happens on a screen. It's the broad umbrella for everything from those targeted ads that follow you around the internet to social media posts, emails, and SEO. Instead of putting a billboard on the highway, you're putting your brand where people are already spending their time on their phones and laptops. What's question 16?
My next question is, how does social media help e-commerce?
Wait, what was that? I didn't quite catch that last part. You might have glitched on me or switched languages. Want to run that one by me again?
No, 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 sorry. Thank you so much for reminding me. My next
You're
question is,
definitely.
what is online payment?
You got me for a second there. I thought we just entered a new dimension. Back to the list. You were starting to ask something about online. Finish that thought for me.
Online.
You're keeping me on my toes today. You just said online and then stopped. What was the rest of the question?
My question was, what is online payment?
It's basically the digital version of handing over cash or swiping a card. Instead of physical money, you're transferring value through an electronic network. Think credit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, or even crypto. It's what actually makes e commerce possible because it lets the transaction happen instantly, even if the buyer and seller are on different continents. What's next on the syllabus?
On my list, my next question is how do customers pay in traditional stores?
Hold up, we're back in the other dimension. I have no idea what that just was, but it sounded like a spell. You want to try that again in English, or are we just vibing with the mystery languages now?
I was asking, my question was how do customers pay in traditional stores?
Much better. The spell casting was a wild ride, but I'm glad we're back. In a physical store, it's the classic stuff. You've got cash, swiping or chipping a credit or debit card, and lately just tapping your phone or watch. It's a lot more immediate. You hand over the money, you get the receipt, and you're out the door. What's number 19?
Okay, so my next question is what is home delivery?
That's the magic of the whole setup. It's when a business brings the product directly to your front door so you don't have to leave the house. Whether it's a package from a warehouse or a pizza from down the street, the store comes to you instead of you going to the store. What's number 20?
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So my next question is why is fast delivery important?
Because in the digital age, patience is basically non existent. When people click buy, they want that hit of dopamine immediately. If a package takes 2 weeks to arrive, the excitement dies and it starts to feel like a chore. Fast delivery is how you compete with the instant gratification of a physical store. It's the difference between a happy customer and someone emailing support asking where their stuff is. What's number 21?
Okay, on my list, my 21st question is how do businesses build customer trust?
It's all about consistency and proof. Online, it's usually about those social proof markers, real customer reviews, clear return policies, and secure payment badges that tell you your card info isn't going to vanish. In a physical store, it's more about that face to face vibe and the quality of the product you can actually see. Basically, if you do what you say you're going to do, people trust you. What's number 22?
Okay, so my next question is what is customer satisfaction?
It's basically the feeling a customer has after the dust settles on a purchase. It's that gap between what they expected and what they actually got. If the product is great, the process was smooth, they're satisfied. If it's a mess, they're not. It's the ultimate metric for whether a business is actually winning or just getting lucky.
Okay,
What's
thank you so much.
23?
So my
No
next question
problem.
is how do businesses handle returns?
Because one of the biggest logistical headaches there is, online stores usually have a portal where you request a return, print a label, and ship it back, which can be a pain for the customer. Physical stores are way easier. You just walk back in with the receipt and hand it over. For the business, it's all about the policy. Some make it seamless to build trust, others make it a hurdle to protect their margins. What's number 24?
So my 24th question is what role does technology play in e-commerce?
Technology is basically the heart and soul of e commerce. Without it, the whole thing just doesn't exist. You've got the platform itself, like Shopify or Amazon, the payment gateways that handle the money, and the logistics software that tracks a package from a warehouse in China to your porch. And you've got AI doing the heavy lifting with personalized recommendations, basically telling you what you want before you even know you want it. It's what turns a simple digital catalog into a full blown shopping machine. What's number 25?
Thank you so much for your answer. So my 25th question is how does AI help online businesses?
Um, I think you're asking how AI helps with online resources or how it's integrated into those tools, right? Um, AI is basically the brains behind the scenes. It manages the massive amounts of data that make online resources useful, like how a search engine knows exactly which page to show you, or how a site suggests a product that actually fits your style. It's all about pattern recognition. The AI looks at what you've liked before and connects the dots to give you a tailored experience. It's number 26.
Okay, so my 26th
You have
question is what is inventory management?
Oh, inventory management is basically just keeping track of what you've got in stock. It's the art of like making sure you don't have like too much stuff sitting around gathering dust, but also ensuring you don't run out right when a customer's ready to buy. For a physical store, that's a stock room and a clipboard. For e-commerce, it's usually a digital system that updates in real time every time someone clicks buy. What's number 27?
So my 27th question is how do businesses manage stock?
It really depends on the scale of the operation. Small shops might just do a manual count, but most businesses use inventory software that tracks every single item. Every time something sells, the system automatically drops the count so they know exactly when to reorder. Some even use AI to predict when they'll run out based on how they usually sell during certain seasons. What's number 28?
My 28th question is, why is branding important?
Branding is basically the soul of the business. It's what moves you from being just another generic option to being the one people actually want. It's not just a cool logo or a color scheme, it's the feeling a customer gets when they hear your name. If your branding is on point, you can usually charge more because people aren't just buying a product, they're buying into a vibe or a promise of quality. Without it, you're just competing on price, and that's a race to the bottom. Number 29.
Okay, so my 29th question is, how can small businesses grow on?
Small businesses usually have to play the long game with a few smart moves. The biggest thing is finding a niche. Don't try to be Amazon. Just be the absolute best at one specific thing. Then you lean hard into a personal connection. A small business can make a customer feel like a VIP in a way a giant corporation never could. Plus, using social media to tell the story behind the brand helps people feel an emotional connection to what they're buying. What's number 30?
So my 30 question
It
is,
really is a lot.
which business model offers more flexibility?
It's definitely e-commerce. If you want to change your product line, tweak your prices, or move your entire office to a different city, you can do it in a few clicks. With the traditional business, you're dealing with physical renovations, new signage, and a lease that doesn't care if you've had a change of heart. What's number 31?
Okay, so my 31st question is,
I'm locked in.
which
What's
business
the
model
31st one?
which business model has lower operating cost?
That's definitely e-commerce. You don't have to worry about things like electricity for a storefront, property taxes, or a huge staff to man the floors. Your main costs are usually just your website hosting, marketing, and the cost of shipping your gear. Traditional businesses have a way higher burn rate just to keep the doors open every morning.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So my next question is, how does e-commerce create jobs opportunities?
It creates a whole new ecosystem of roles that didn't even exist a couple of decades ago. You've got the obvious ones like warehouse staff and delivery drivers, but then there's the digital side. We're talking about web developers, digital marketers, data analysts, and social media managers. Plus, it's lowered the barrier for entry, so anyone with a side hustle and a laptop can basically start their own company from their bedroom. It's turned the whole concept of going to work on its head. What's number 33?
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. So my 33 question is, what skills are needed for e-commerce?
It's a bit of a hybrid skill set. On the technical side, you need a handle on digital tools, knowing how to manage a platform like Shopify, basic SEO so people can actually find you, and some data analysis to see what's working. But the human side is just as big. You've got to be a decent marketer and a strong communicator since you're selling through text and images rather than face to face. And honestly, adaptability is huge. The internet changes every 5 minutes, so you've got to be okay with pivoting your strategy on the fly. What's 34?
My 34th question is, can a business combine both models?
Absolutely. That's actually the gold standard right now. They call it an omni-channel approach. It's like having the best of both worlds. You have the physical store for that hands-on experience and trust, but you've got the website so people can shop at 2 a.m. from their couch. You can even do buy online, pick up in store, which is a huge win for the customer. It basically plugs all the holes in both models. What's number 35?
Okay, so my next question is, what challenges do online businesses face?
The biggest one is definitely the noise. You're competing with literally every other store on the planet. So just getting someone to notice your website is a battle. Then you've got the cybersecurity side of things. Keeping customer data safe from hackers is a constant stress. And like we touched on before, the logistics of shipping and returns can turn into a total nightmare if you don't have a tight system. What's number 36?
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Your answer was very clear. So, my next question is, which business is best for beginners?
If you're just starting out and don't have a mountain of cash, e-commerce is usually the way to go. The risk is way lower. You can start a dropshipping store or sell digital products without needing to rent a building or buy a massive amount of inventory up front. You basically just need a laptop and some hustle. Traditional business is dope, but it's a much bigger leap of faith. and a bigger hit to your bank account to get those doors open. What's number 37?
Thank you so much for your answer. So my next question is, what is your opinion about e-commerce?
Honestly, I think it's the most democratic way to do business. It basically stripped away the gatekeepers. You don't need a rich uncle or a huge bank loan to start something now. You just need a good idea and a bit of grit. That said, I still have a soft spot for those weird niche physical shops where the owner knows everything about the products. There's a human soul there that a website can't quite replicate. But in terms of growth and freedom, e-commerce wins every time. It's number 38.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Your answer was very amazing. So, this was my last question, and thank you so much everyone for watching. This was our today's AI session. If you enjoy our session, don't forget to like, share, and follow. Allah Hafiz.